Here's a short film from some kind of a pirate that goes and does films and claims he's on public property and so forth. But here we see the main gate of Prospect Studios, very easily recognized. And we'll turn up the sound, see what this guy says about some of the history of the place.
To Burbank, I believe it was 1999. Disney actually owns the property, and some famous shows have been filmed here, like American Bandstand, America's Funniest Home Videos, a show called The Better Sex, here in Los Angeles, and now I'm going to make sure that they respect my right. So the address is 4151 Prospect.
And that's probably why they call
here
it
in
Prospect
the Franklin
Studios.
Hills area of Los Angeles. I like doing film studios. It's kind of interesting. Looks like we got some construction workers over there hard at work.
Okay, this is the Vine Street studio, and of course this is the first ABC studio in California. So some of the early programs of American Bandstand were actually done here at the Vine Street studio. Now this is Studio 54 at Prospect, and you can see how big it is. And this is where some of the earlier Bandstand episodes were taped. And this was in building, what they call Building 55, and I believe it was called Studio D. This is a picture of an empty Studio C, or 55, Building 55, Prospect, where some of the other American Bandstand programs were actually filmed. So this is kind of a diagram. There's the main entrance that we saw before and the location of the different buildings, and a breakdown from an aerial view, which is basically a turned around view. Let's move on to a bigger version of this. So here we go. That's building 54. Now they call this studio D, and then they call 55 Studio C, which is right here. This is 55 up here. And you can see lots of parking. All your parking was over here. And this is kind of an aerial view that I've turned over so that it'd be in the same sort of direction as the diagram. And there you see the building 55 and the build 55 and 54. And so that's just kind of a look at some of the studios where American Bandstand was actually filmed in California.